Hi, I'm Kerry with Best of Us in Retirement. I kind of like that sound because I think the best of our lives can be in our retirement, and I'm striving to make it such. I'm a retired financial advisor, and so I decided for a lot of reasons that I needed to share my knowledge with people and keep myself active and pursue something that I have a passion for, and that is investing in the stock market. It's what I made my living doing as a financial advisor, but I do it differently now. I don't have the restrictions of some big brother looking over my shoulder and telling me what I can and can't do and how I have to be relative to risk tolerance and not really take any active management part. Just park that in somebody else's parking lot and just go gather money. But now I'm retired. We lost our daughter to cancer, and I needed something to do, so I created this YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel has turned out to be quite an endeavor, quite an interesting endeavor. So just the other day, I did a video that you may have seen, and it basically challenged young people that if they would dedicate themselves to the stock market and learning the stock market, much as if they did learn to be a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic surgeon or a lawyer, or a Jeff Bezos, they could become a multimillionaire. They could do it also if they learned to invest, if they learned how the economy worked, if they learned how we got here and where we're going, and how the economy basically reacts to events. And so you may have seen that video, and that video was geared to 23-year-olds and 27-year-olds and 33-year-olds to show them that if they'll learn the stock market, if they'll educate themselves, they can achieve wealth beyond their dreams. So I got to thinking, well, and I had created an Excel spreadsheet that took them through the math and showed them exactly how it would happen. So I got to thinking this morning, well, what about you, Kerry? Why don't you plug your numbers into that Excel spreadsheet and see what comes out? And be honest and be straightforward. What is it going to turn out to be? So that's what I did. And my variables are that I'm 76 years old. I believe I'm currently making off of my various endeavors, the YouTube channel, some some royalties that I make, some sponsorships, all this sort of thing. I make about $450,000 a year. I save about half of it because my house is paid off, and quite honestly, we can live quite comfortably on $225,000 a year. So I invest the other half of it. Okay, I said to the other people that you should strive to increase your income by 5% a year. So I put 5% increase on my $450,000 a year. I said that, and as I just told you, I say 50%. I believe that I can achieve a return on my investment, ROI of 20% a year, by investing in assets of the future, companies that are going to change the way I live. And so I put those numbers in, and I said, okay, what if one of my goals is to hit the magic number of $24 million. Why that's magic for me is that's what the federal government currently will allow Nita and I to pass on to our heirs estate tax-free. So I wanted to know how long would it take me to get to that 24 million. And then I said, okay, because I'm taking my NMN and I'm running 2 miles a day and I'm participating in the Senior Olympics, I'm going to live to be 100 years of age. So that's where I stopped the graph. I also then said my salary is going to decrease somewhere, I don't know, probably when I'm 80-some years old, when I turn this over to somebody else. I start babbling and I can't really communicate on YouTube, and I turn this whole thing over to somebody else. So this is the chart that I came up with, and I want to share it with you because, again, I think maybe you can plug your numbers in and you can see how you can go. So it took me till 88 to hit the $24 million. I actually hit 10 million in 9 years at 84 years of age. At 100, if I live that long, again, I've decreased my salary because I'm turning this over to someone else. Probably, it looks like I figured that when I was 91 years old. I end up at 100 with $230 million. Now, that's kind of a ridiculous number, isn't it? But it's not. It's not a ridiculous number. It's achievable. It's achievable because the math tells me it's achievable. And if I dedicate myself, if I build an organization around me, this is achievable. And I got to thinking, well, how many other people are in your situation, Carrie? Well, I recognize that there are many entrepreneurs who built a successful business, who have turned that successful business over to their children or their grandchildren, or have maintained an element of control of it and have numbers that are bigger than mine. And so I said, you can't leave them out of your YouTube channel. You got to make those numbers available to them as well, because really what I'm trying to do is not blow my own horn, but to motivate people, to motivate you and me to say, this is the best half of our life. I said to Nita today, where do you want to go this month? And she said, well, I don't know. We have, you have, what was it? I have a eye appointment to find out about my cataracts next week. And then she wants to go out to a special restaurant to celebrate our birthdays. So it won't be next week. But literally, we're in the place that and the COVID kind of crimps our style. We love cruising, but I'm not going to get on a cruise ship anytime soon. But the question is, where do you want to go? Are you comfortable getting on an airplane and going there? Or does it have to be within driving distance? We live on an Amtrak stop at Birmingham, so we can going east and north. We can go to Washington, D.C., New York City, and ride on a train and get a roomette and not be exposed to a lot of people. We can go south to New Orleans. So we have life available to us. And the other part of it is I can shoot videos from anywhere I can go. I can take this camera, I can upload them on the internet, and I can get help, or I have help that can help me do that. So my numbers are relevant. They're relevant to other people. Hopefully, they will inspire some of you to say, wow, I never thought of that. That would be fun. Why don't I go to his investment channel, Best of Us Investors, and see how he's investing, and see if maybe I can fill some enjoyable hours of my day learning about the stock market, learning about the world we live in, learning about the changes that are going to come to this world we live in as a result, truly, as a result of this coronavirus. It's the biggest event in my life, and I count World War II as one of the best, one of the events in my life. I count the digital revolution as one of the events in my life. But the coronavirus, that is the biggest event in my life, because it's going to change two things that I'm very sure of. One is the delivery of our health care. We can't allow another virus to hit us. We have to use genome sequence and genome editing to take the diseases that kill us out of our body. And then that opens up the fact that maybe 100 isn't long enough. If I take the cancer out of my body that my mother died of, and my daughter died of, and my father died of, if I can take it out of my body, what's going to kill me? What's going to kill me? I stay too active to have Alzheimer's. What's going to kill me? It's the same thing as my car. It's the parts are going to break down. But wait, up in Tennessee right now, they're breeding pigs to have replacement hearts, replacement lungs, replacement parts. Damn, if I live long enough, I could live forever. And I'll be damn wealthy while I'm doing it. All right, that's my fun for the day. I hope I inspired you. I hope I shared some experience and some knowledge with you. And I hope I opened your eyes up to the fact that you're living the best half of your life. If you'll make it that, if you'll reach out and grab it and say, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to take every moment from it and make the most of it. All right, talk to you again soon.